Let's dive into the complete and narrated novel about law after the intro. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the channel. Before we get into the content of this video, don't forget to leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and activate the notification bell. That way you won't miss anything. The law novel is out, and I'll bring the full content here for you. If you enjoy this kind of extra one-piece content, leave a comment so I know. This video would be too long, so it will be divided into parts. The sound of metal clashing against metal echoed everywhere. It had been a while since the battle began. The enemy pirates were exhausted, and this was the chance for the Heart Pirates to deliver a decisive blow. Trafalgar Law shouted, "Bepo, throw me with all your strength!" "Yes!" "Yes," Bepo replied, starting to spin his legs. 3 times, 4 times, 5 times, 6 times, you! Law was launched toward the enemy ship with the speed of a bullet. When he landed, he swung his sword with such force that he instantly cut down 12 pirates. "Don't think you can escape from me," he growled. A pirate screamed. With a glare filled with murderous intent, Law intimidated his enemies so much that they lost their will to fight. It took less than 5 minutes for Law to dominate 3 enemy ships. This was Trafalgar Law, like one of the most feared pirates in the North Blue, known as the Surgeon of Death. But the fight wasn't over yet. A few hours after the enemy's initial attack, the Heart Pirates emerged victorious. Law, Shachi, Penguin, and Bepo, with only 4 crew members, managed to defeat nearly 200 enemies. Even with the enemy's firepower, they couldn't let their guard down, as the submarine was completely surrounded. Just as they caught their breath, a spear flew toward them. This was a familiar sight in the unpredictable sea. The sea had been rough since the night before. Strong winds blew and the ship rocked violently, making it hard to find a stable footing or fight effectively. Everyone returned to the polar tang to regroup. Bepo howled, "Leave the enemy at 2 o'clock to me!" The rain poured heavily, making it hard to see or hear the voices of the crew. "Understood." Shachi and Penguin responded enthusiastically. "Shachi, let's take down the enemy at 10 o'clock. "Roger that, Penguin." Standing on the submarine as a defensive line wasn't advantageous for the Heart Pirates, who were outnumbered. It was better to leap between the ships and keep attacking the enemy vessels. Trusting his scattered comrades, Law decided to break through the front. He thought, "If I can sink the largest ship, there's a chance for total victory." It was risky to go alone, but he knew it was his responsibility as captain to bear this burden. "Room." Law ran in a straight line and leapt high into the air. "You guys, we have to finish this now before the storm gets worse." "Got it, Captain." The Law activated the power of the Opinomi, dispersing the weaker opponents and moving toward the commanding figure aboard the largest enemy ship. "If this fight goes on any longer, I won't hold back." In a flash, he closed the gap, positioning himself for a decisive strike. "Don't get overconfident, Trafalgar. I know your true power is your greatest strength, but I can't let my crew see me weak. I'll prove myself and take the title of the strongest in the North Blue from you." Law recognized the towering figure before him. It was Chalik Maydara, captain of the Chalik Pirates, with a bounty of 50 million berries. He was a pirate known throughout the North Blue for his boldness. Chalik wore a helmet crafted from animal bones and had a distinctive white beard. His large build and massive axe made him an intimidating presence and a force to be reckoned with. He swung his heavy axe with great force, aiming for Law. Law blocked the strike with his sword, though the impact shook the deck beneath his feet. This opponent was no ordinary foe, and Law could sense it. The Heart Pirates were already infamous, known for their rapid rise and ability to dismantle rival crews. Trafalgar Law himself had a bounty of 80 million berries, making him and his crew a significant challenge for ordinary pirates. However, their fame also drew attention from powerful adversaries. Chalik was clearly confident, and his attacks were relentless. With speed, precision, and experience, he swung his axe in a way that demonstrated his mastery of combat. Law, for the most part, defended himself, waiting for the right moment. The clash was intense, with each move adding to the tension of the battle. "It's over, Trafalgar. I need to rise to the top, and I won't stop until I do." Law, however, remained calm. He studied his opponent closely, his movements, the swing of his weapon, and the rhythm of his strikes. Patience was key. Then Law saw the opening he was waiting for. This is it. With precision, he struck a clean blow with his sword, expertly bypassing Chalik's defense. Ugh! The strike landed, and Chalik stumbled backward. Law didn't hesitate. He closed the distance and followed up with a decisive attack. Injection shot! Chalik was overwhelmed and fell unconscious, the fight decisively over. You were certainly strong, Law remarked, but your mistake was underestimating my resolve. I will always protect my crew and honor the legacy of those who came before me. That's the strength of my determination. Thus, the battle between Chalik and Law came to an end, or so it seemed. But there was still more to face. Law quickly scanned the area, observing his crewmates in their signature orange jumpsuits. Aye, 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 aye. Bepo, using his well-trained martial arts skills, moved with agility, landing precise punches and kicks against his opponents. Penguin and Shachi wielded their weapons, a spear and an axe, with impressive skill. With powerful, well-placed strikes, they sent their foes retreating. Clearly, the Heart Pirates were not solely reliant on Trafalgar Law's strength. Over time, Beppo, Shachi, and Penguin had grown immensely through their shared experiences and challenges. Each of them had become a formidable fighter, earning their place among the respected pirates of the North Blue. I should help them with the cleanup as well. As Law muttered to himself and prepared to step forward, a loud roar erupted behind him. Trafalgar! Chalik! You can still move? Chalik had risen once more, battered but determined. Covered in injuries, he grabbed his massive battle axe and glared at Law. The precision of Law's earlier injection shot should have been decisive. However, Chalik's unyielding determination to achieve fame kept him on his feet, his eyes burning with resolve. I won't underestimate you this time, but now I'll end this for real. Chalik no longer had the energy for complex tactics. With every ounce of his remaining strength, he charged directly at Law, swinging his axe in a single powerful downward strike. Law had anticipated his movements. They were deliberate and predictable. Calm and composed, Law raised his sword to block the attack, ready to counter. But then, snap! A sharp sound echoed through the air, one of metal giving way. What? Law's voice was filled with disbelief. His sword, which he had relied on in countless battles, had been split in two upon impact with Chalik's axe. This can't be, Law exclaimed. And that's where we conclude the first part of the novel. Stay tuned for part 2, where we'll continue this intense fight. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell. See you next time, and thanks for watching.